Am I audible, guys?
Yes, sir.
Can anyone speak, please? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's start. Yesterday we saw that almost all people were from DevOps. Very few people were there on QA and data science. Okay, so we'll start with DevOps only today. So, who wants to volunteer today on DevOps? Okay, before that, let me ask for DevOps, what kind of issues you have, right? So if you can, ping your question in the chat box, then I can, answer, or I can call you here so that I can discuss and I can help you out. So let's first, I want to check what kind of help you need for the assignment which is given to you. Anyone needs any help? Do you have any doubt, question? If no doubt, no question.
Uh,
Yeah.
you- Sir, I had a question that you said to create an architecture. So I wasn't sure what are we supposed to create in our like architecture, because you asked us to create the architecture as a story and VPC setup and subnet IAM roles, etc. and database. I understand all of these, but I'm a little confused about the architecture story.
Yeah, so architecture story is basically, you know, uh, for looking at the architecture of the application from uh, entire point of view. So when I say that, it would include business architecture, your physical architecture, deployment architecture, okay, technical architecture, your security architecture. So there are so many ways to represent the architecture. Okay, those individually you can have those architecture, and then you can have your enterprise architecture for the application. Okay, so when you think from a very big point of view, then architecture itself is a very big event. Okay, and that involves so many different people to work on it and basically contribute to it, and that is not something which can be done in a week or 2 week. Also it may take a month as well. Okay, so based on the depth and width you want to have on that particular topic, you can extend. So here in this open forum, we want you to explore as much as possible, as long as you are having the interest to learn it and take you through all the steps. So that is one thing. So another confusion might come why architecture is different epic. You may not need to, because architecture could be a part of your individual application. So let's say I have a microservice or I have a web application. So under that microservice, I can have the architecture, or under that web application I can have a architecture. So I mean, how you want to represent, you take your call. I just gave you one example, but I mean, you are open to take your call and organize accordingly. Does it help?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm open to, I mean, discuss. I mean, even if you are not clear, if you feel that no, it should be in some different way, I'm open to listen and I'm open to guide you accordingly. So don't be shy, or you don't need to hesitate for any questions which you have. Is that fine?
Exactly.
Okay. So if let me call out then people, okay, and try to understand what is happening, what is that we're doing. Okay. So Akshata, you want to update what you have done in the past 2 days? Akshata, are you listening?
Hello? Hello, yes, sir. Can you hear me? Yes, sir. I just created my GitHub account, AWS account, and I'm just going through it. And I just created my Jira account. And yeah, yes, sir. I'm just figuring out how to use the Jira account and what you said yesterday
And
so
what is
far.
the profile you are in?
Sir, I don't understand.
Which profile you are in? DevOps or
DevOps, yes, yes, DevOps.
so? If you have created the AWS account, like the stories or tasks which you have created, I mean, are you able to start with any thing on it?
So far, no, sir. I'm just learning it yet, yes. Because, yeah.
Anything you need? Any help? Any question, doubt you have?
No, sir. If right now, none.
Mhm.
But if there is something, I'll ask you for it.
And how many hours you are able to spend on this activity?
Uh, More than 4 hours, sir. Definitely.
More than 4 hours.
Yes.
All right. Amarjit,
Hello,
yes, Amarjit,
am I audible?
yes.
So basically, I create the GitHub and then deploy the project. I create using MVC architecture and create one project and then deploy this GitHub. But basically, I cannot join. My condition, body condition is not fine. Basically, that's why I
So when
cannot
you
join.
say deploy, you are trying to deploy in your
Yeah.
AWS or where you are deploying?
No, no, GitHub, in the GitHub.
No, GitHub is not for deployment. That is a code source where
Yeah,
you
yeah, I know. DevOps part of basically deployment AWS use, but I
and what kind
little
of
bit I know
application you are
AWS.
deploying.
Basically, I create one project, Zoho CRM based project, and there I also create a JSP file use. Basically, I little bit I know HTML and JSP and JSTL also. Then I use the JSP and create front end and create one small project that contains all contact details and basically
So
business purpose.
alignment with our case study for invoice
Yeah,
management.
yeah, case study. Basically, how I describe the case study. Yeah.
So it is an application on invoice management which you are trying to deploy.
Basically, it is a not an application. Basically, web.
Web page.
Yeah, your page.
So I mean,
Application. Because I also create application using API, but API also I know Timely, but I don't know Timely. That's why I cannot use the front end. A little bit I can use JSP here. That's why I create JSP for front end.
so first of all, see JS. Don't go for JSP. Okay, that is an
Okay.
outdated or
Ah,
deprecated
yeah.
kind of technology. Now use React.js or AngularJS application where you can very simple page of invoice you can display and that you can deploy as a web application.
Okay.
Okay, because see, you should be practicing on the technologies and domain which has market value currently.
Yeah.
If you spend your time on JSP and you learn so many things, that is not going to give you a job, and nobody
Okay.
is going to ask you the question on interview. Okay, so
Okay.
be very relevant what is there in the current market. That is why the case study which I have given to you that involves A to Z the current market. current market demand and technologies. Okay? So be with it, and if you have any doubt, ask me separately. I will help. You can ask me here also.
Okay, okay, sure. Okay. But what is the next process? What
See, for a
basically
DevOps engineer
start of the case
position,
study, right? Task completed, right? Task one is right now.
yeah. I mean, that is
Yeah.
just to organize your work, which I showed you in Jira related activities. But main target for you is how you can deploy an web application, a microservice, or how you create the databases and how you set up the data. So these three areas,
Basically, DevOps part I learned, right? DevOps part, AWS or something. Cloud.
these all activities you need to do inside
Okay.
AWS.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Jira was just to track your work and organize your work, basically.
Yeah, basically Jira like Azure, right? Azure like this.
No. Jira is a tool to
No.
project management. Azure is a
Communication.
cloud similar to AWS.
Okay, okay.
No worries. Upcoming days when you explore more, you will learn. That's fine. Okay. So Anki Reddy is already into the regular internship, but still, let me ask if you have anything you want to bring up, Anki.
Hi, sir. Very good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, this is for everyone. This class. We are also
You can
joining.
attend to listen, and you can get benefit what we are doing here.
Yeah,
And
already I'm attending
everything is covered
Scrum
in
call
this.
on the.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, yeah, I'm already attending morning session and be like 10 to 12 and also 12 to 1 we have a Scrum call.
So this is not
Hey, this is
mandatory for regular guys who are part of Jam session already.
okay.
But if you have time and you want to listen, you can.
Okay, okay, sir.
Then Chaya.
Hi, sir. I installed Jira and actually I have created epic stories and subtask. That is what I did today.
Okay.
If I want you, I can show you on that.
Yeah, please go ahead.
These are the two epics. Created the epic and 4 stories. And for each story, I have created a subtask. So installing the Jira and exploring and doing this whole day it took.
Okay. So what activity you do, Chaya, is create the test cases, test scenarios for that invoice one.
Actually, I've already created test cases. I
Yeah,
wrote
that's good.
yeah, this I wrote that day you gave the case studies, no? And that day only I've written more than 20 test cases or something I've written for the
Awesome.
scenarios.
Very good.
These are the things. So how to next step is like I have a questions like how to create a test cases over here within the subtask. That is the one I wanted to know, sir.
Yeah, so explore in Google that
Okay,
how you can create a test case in Jira. So there are
okay,
a lot of steps available.
okay.
YouTube also
So,
you'll get several steps.
okay, okay, okay. What I did is correct, no, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, and thank you, Fatima. She also helped me, sir, today. On that.
Oh,
Thank
nice.
you.
Nice to hear.
Thank you.
So while you are creating the test cases in Jira, right? That is fine. But you know what you can do is uh, you wanted to do on Selenium, right?
Yes, sir.
So what is your level in Selenium at this moment?
No, sir. Actually, I don't
Okay, very
know.
good. So
Yeah.
just do one thing, one very simple page. You try to
Mm,
automate in Selenium.
Okay.
What is your knowledge in Java?
So it's been 4 to 5 years back I've learned Java, so that also.
Create a related epic on test automation, and under that have learning related stories for Selenium and Java.
Okay.
Okay. See, let me tell you, this internship journey is not for 2 days or 3 days or couple of weeks. I mentioned previously that it might take 6 months minimum for people who are starting from level 0. And I will be guiding you through all stages of your learning, where you will be able to master on each of those fields. Okay, so but you have to give your time. I mean, I will provide you a guide for an hour in a day, but throughout the day it is you who has to put the effort and learn. And if
Okay.
you have any doubts, questions, you can come back to me whenever I am available. I will help you.
Sure, sir.
Okay.
Can you explain me once again, sir, what I have to do on the
Create
Selenium?
create two stories or under any epic, whatever you feel comfortable. One is for learning Java, another is for learning Selenium.
Okay. Okay, sir.
And
Okay.
each one of them can have multiple tasks, like watch two YouTube videos, read a tutorial. Inside the tutorial, again, you will have multiple chapters. You can cover two chapters and mark them as a task.
Okay.
Okay, so it's a long journey, but you have to set your mind that yes, I want to become a QA automation engineer, and with that mindset, if you be with us for few months, you will become that role. You will
Oh,
achieve that role.
yeah. Sure, sir. Thank you.
Okay? All right. Darshan, Darshan, you there? Okay. Fatima,
Hello, am I audible?
yes, Fatima. Go ahead.
Okay. So like I created a project in Jira, and in that project I created different epics. And like my first epic was to create a infrastructure, and in that infrastructure I created like stories like architecture or VPC subnets or IAM roles and database, etc. And then
You have created
uh,
two components in AWS.
yeah, I created a virtual private cloud in AWS and set up the subnets of that VPC. And I also created an IAM user and attached different policies or permissions for that user.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So you can add me as a user, okay? So that user related things you can play with me to give access, remove access, and all. Afterwards, when you
Uh,
become a part of certain team, then with that team members, I will ask you to do those operations.
Sorry, I don't get it. Like,
Add me
add
as a
you as a user where?
in AWS cloud. Give me IAM role.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, okay. Okay, I get it. Okay.
Okay, good. I think that's a good sign of progress. So, what is the plan for tomorrow?
Uh, for tomorrow, I wanted to ask you that what should I like do next, because right now I have only.
Yeah. So, create one EC2 instance. Okay, and in that, deploy a sample microservice. Very simple task. Okay, try to do that. You know how to
A
deploy
microservice.
microservice? You just need to run the microservice in EC2 instance.
Okay, I'll try doing it.
Okay, so these are very baby steps for doing a big time deployment activities. But these baby steps has to be learned.
Okay.
Yeah. So once you are done with microservice, then maybe You can pick another example which integrates with database or which integrates with Lambda or API gateway. Like that, step by step you can proceed. As first you complete the step, you let me know that you are done. I will give the more assignments so that you can learn on it.
Can you like give me an example microservice which I can like get started with?
Search by related to invoice only. Invoice microservice, something like that in GitHub.
Okay.
Okay. And first, before you deploy it in EC2 instance or in cloud, first run it in your local machine. Do a couple of API testing in Postman. Once you do that, then go for AWS deployment. If you are not
Okay.
able to find any such microservice, let me know. I will give you.
Okay.
Clear on your next step?
Yes, I'll create an EC2 instance in that virtual private cloud I created, and then deploy any microservice on that EC2 instance.
Kalam.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
So that first day I have created Jira account and GitHub and AWS, or I already had an account. And the second day you told us to create 7 epics in the Jira and 3 stories inside the infrastructure. And I have created that. And you told us to create the subnet and VPC. That also I have created. But sir, I have a doubt that for different means web application developer need other roles, IAM roles and permission for microservice or analyzing things. Like that, database team need another permissions and roles. So what kind of roles and IAM users I have to create? Like
You can
group.
customize and create a group of groups. So
So what are the permission I need to give? So different department need different roles, right?
correct.
Different permissions, right?
Yes.
So what are the? I had that doubt. So
So it
what
could
are the
be
roles I have?
any permutation combination. So the roles you have to think in this way. There are inbuilt roles in AWS, right?
Yes, sir.
Which allows you to do certain operations on the existing services, right? And then other is whatever application you are creating or you are deploying, right? Roles on them, right? So you can customize. For example, you are creating a RDS, a database instance. Now that is your instance. Now, whom you want to give access to it, that you can configure and create the roles for it. Okay.
So
So
that's what I want to ask. How many roles? How many IAM users do I need to create? For
for now,
whom
to start,
I need
create
to create?
three to four roles. That should be enough.
Okay, sir. And
Development happens
it
like
only takes
what?
this only takes these assignments and this kind of things only takes 2-3 minutes, hardly 5 minutes to create epics and stories and
Yes,
VPC
it
and
is a
subnet. Do we need to create? Do you give us more kind of big assignments for anymore?
yeah. I see. This is very small for people who already know. No means you tell me that I am done. Then I will assign you a bigger task for you.
So, sir, you told Fatima to create some assignment. That's for everyone, right?
Everyone it was.
That microservice. So, we had created all microservice. Like, can I create a voting application like we had
Yeah,
created while
I'll give you
yesterday?
an assignment. You tell me if you can do that. Okay. So do one thing.
Like, okay.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. You finish it first.
So microservices in a EC2, can I create some Docker containers like in that Docker containers multiple microservices like for an example a voting application. Okay, I will create the front end like voting for a voting website. I will create with a Python. Cache I will create with Redis and worker node as a processing worker node as a .NET and database as Postgres SQL and like the output like result website as a Node.js, like different containers for each one and like a microservice. Is, can I
Yeah,
create like
wonderful,
that?
wonderful. So you have a good background already. So what you can do, have you worked on Kubernetes?
I don't have practical that much experience because
Listen,
while we
you
are
use
creating
Kubernetes in that case because
we need
the things which you
uh,
already know, right?
a-
That is with you already. Okay, so that is your bank balance which you have already. So now the application which you have done manually with your Docker and EC2s and this and that, now explore with Kubernetes.
so can I use Minikube instead of
Yes.
because while we are using EKS we need to pay right
No, no,
billing
you
problem.
should use Minikube first. So once you do Minikube in your local and you are able to do all the stuff, and then we can explore in free version for a very short period of time, and quickly we should practice that and come out of it, shut down everything.
Okay, okay,
Okay, but your local all R&Ds, what you want to do, you should do with Minikube in your local.
okay, okay.
And I will repeat, there are long ways to go and there are many services to practice and learn. So if you are interested to learn and kickstart with your practice with Kubernetes, you can do that. There is huge demand in Kubernetes at this moment.
So can you guide me or can you tell me what I need to do in Kubernetes or give me any assignments in Kubernetes so I
Very
can
happy to hear.
find them?
Perfect. Very happy to hear this. So what you do is first, uh, prepare one presentation on Kubernetes. Okay. What are different components are there? How Kubernetes works? What is node? What is this, that, all different terminologies, whatever you have, right? Prepare a presentation on that. So once you are clear
So
through the theoreticals, then you will start creating the infrastructure.
so for me tomorrow assignment is I need to explain about Kubernetes architecture, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Give me a second, please. Yeah, I'm back, guys. So, Kalam, you are set with your plan, right, for tomorrow?
Ah, sir.
Okay, perfect. Marcos, Marcos, you there? Yeah, people who are not ready or new, I mean, it's okay. I mean, you can listen, that's fine. And when you feel comfortable, you can start participating. Okay. Mekala,
Yes, sir.
yeah. Can you update what did you do in the last 3 days?
Sir, yes, sir. I share my screen.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yes, sir. This is project. I have taken two epics, sir. Cloud infrastructure setup
And CI/CD.
and CI/CD implementation.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. You explain. So all whatever we
Hello, sir.
discussed yesterday, whatever we discussed, you have basically already put that into the.
In cloud infrastructure setup, I had taken VPC.
Hmm.
In VPC setup, IAM roles, EC2 instance, and database setup.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead. And then under CI/CD,
Sir.
show me in CI/CD. Your voice is breaking actually. Maybe you have.
Sir. We create this and gateway and wait for public sites and attach the public to route.
Okay.
And again, I create a IAM role. In IAM role, I give a permission to EC2 forces and those. Yes, sir. Somewhat internet issue.
Yeah, yeah. No, that's fine. But I see the work which you have done. That is good job, and I appreciate it. So what you do is now, whatever task you have created, right? Implement those tasks in AWS. Okay. Implement them one by one, and if you have any issue, let me know. Are you clear?
Yes,
You are not at all audible, Mikala.
yes sir.
You connect me afterwards, okay?
Yes, yes, sir.
Text me separately. I'll guide you.
Okay, sir.
Priyanka Kumari.
Yes, sir. Clear.
Okay, go ahead. Priyanka Kumari.
Hello. Yes, sir. Good evening.
Sir, I
Yeah, Meghala, you
Okay, sir.
connect with me separately because you
Okay,
are
sir.
not audible properly. Yeah, Priyanka, go ahead, please.
Yes, sir. Yeah, so I have done AWS and GitHub also, and today I've set up a VPC and IAM roles and policy and username, and also exploring the Jira file, Jira software. Yes.
So you are clear what next you have to do?
Yes, sir. As you said, like EC2 instance and deploy microservices on EC2 instance.
Correct. You can take
So yes, yeah.
And see if it for some people it might be very easy because if they have done it already. If you are done, then let me know. I will give you a more better things to learn.
Yes, I have done. Actually, I'm aware of it, like DevOps tools, like a little bit Docker, Kubernetes, and all. So I am trying. Firstly, I am trying. Then I will let you know. Yes.
Cool. Rafik.
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. So I've already shared the stories, the one I have created in Jira, and I'm just waiting to write those prerequisite and then go with the API testing, and then some points about manual testing with UI and UX. And then I've also, from this meeting, I hear like you are advising Chaya about we can also read, and means we can also look into some other resources from YouTube, and we can also develop some stories and watch videos to run something with Selenium, right?
Yeah, Selenium and Java.
Okay, so I've already used Selenium with Java, so I have some resources for that, a couple of videos which explains very good content about how to use Selenium with Java. So my question is, do I need to, let's say, for example, you have multiple videos, there are kind of more than 100 plus videos, short videos, but the question is, they have robot classes and different types of classes used in Selenium. So do I need to create a story for each and every video, or maybe a combination of
Just 2 to 3.
2 to 3? Okay, fine.
Just 2 to 3 you will start, and once you demo me about those work, then I will tell you what the next you have to do.
Okay, all right. If you wish, I can also share my GitHub link where I have already uploaded some Java with Selenium programs. I think that might help.
Yes, definitely. Please share that so that
Okay.
remaining team members can get the benefit.
All right, so I will share. Just give me 1 second.
And I saw the screenshot which you shared that time. So it is a good organization. So I think that's a nice job. and I see that you have a background enough on that, but I will review some more. What are the
Mhm.
things you know, so that I can take you to the next level.
All right, sir. Thank you.
Okay? So let's say how I categorize people. Let's say I will have a 1 to 10 levels. Okay, people who are
Mhm.
in 0 level, I will give them assignment accordingly. If you are already in 5th level, I will give you the assignment accordingly. If you are already in
Okay.
10th level, means you are eligible for job title.
All right.
So once I do the assessment, then I will tell you what is the next step.
Mhm. Yep. No problems. Give me 1 second. I'm just trying to log into GitHub.
You want to share the screen and show now, or you said that you will share the
Uh,
GitHub
I
link?
will share the GitHub link because I've told you that I can't share the screen. So give me 1 second. I'm just
So that's fine. You do it offline while I'm talking to others, and you can share.
okay. All right. So the link is available.
Okay. So let me move on. Sai Krishna, sorry, Sai Kasava, Kesava.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
So, coming to my case study, the things you said, I've started learning AWS DevOps since couple of weeks, sir, and I did my Jira account and started knowing about it, and created a project in it, and in that I created a single epic and for monitoring the things I did in AWS and DevOps tools. So, are you getting?
मैं मीटिंग में हूँ, फोन करता हूँ आपको.
Sir?
मीटिंग में हूँ मैं, आप कुछ देर बाद फोन करता हूँ. Yeah, sorry, I got one call. So yes, Kesava, please go ahead.
Yes, sir. After creating the Jira account, I started knowing about it, and in that I just kept the project and created the epic for monitoring the things I've did in AWS and DevOps tools. Coming to AWS, I've created a couple of instances in different availability zones. In VPC with a private subnet in one EC2 and public in another EC2. Also created 3 IAM users and gave full administration access for one and only few for the other two, and made them in a group uh, for getting to know who is the admin and who can do what changes in a project or else in a client work. Uh, and coming to DevOps tools, I've installed Jenkins, Maven, and Tomcat in EC2 instance, and it's running. That's it. I've just checklisted the Jira Epic.
Very good, very good. So I think what you
Yes.
can take up the activity is you try to create the CI/CD pipeline along with integration in Jenkins to deploy in an EC2 instance. You want to take up
Sure,
that?
sir. So, can you come again? Like
Take up
by
a
creating CI/CD
sample,
pipeline?
yeah, sample microservice from GitHub.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And that microservice you basically trigger through Jenkins and deploy
Yes,
it
sir.
in EC2 instance.
Yes, sir. With script, we have to be presenting. I have to be presenting it tomorrow. Like
Yeah, I mean, you first practice
yeah.
yourself, and once you are ready, then you tell me, then you will get an
Yes, sir.
opportunity to present.
Yes, sir. Like I said, I'm started learning AWS since a couple of weeks. I'm just sure enough that I'll be
No,
doing
no,
it
that's
on time.
fine. You take your
So
time.
I'm
It's
just
not
mentioning. Yes, sir.
mandatory that you
Yes,
have to do
sir.
tomorrow.
Yes,
If
sir.
you need 2 days, take that. You need 3 days,
Yes, sir.
take
Yes,
that.
sir. Sure, sir. Sure, sir. Thank you.
And see, there are so many ways you can deploy it, but don't make it more complex. First, you do a simple deployment, then gradually you enhance that deployment process. Okay. So, for example, if you are not good at Docker world, then don't need to do with Docker. Normal files you move and deploy it. Okay, once that is working fine, go for Docker images. Once that is done, go for higher in a Kubernetes world, something like that. Okay.
Yes, I got that. Thank you.
Okay, cool. But I see the energy now. I mean, yesterday I was a bit disappointed actually. We could talk with only one or two people, but today I see, many people have done quite a good job. So keep it up, guys. Sanjay,
Hello, sir.
yeah.
Initially, I created an account in Jira, AWS, and GitHub. Then I created some epics and storage under those epics. And as a part of today's assignment, I created a VPC, couple of subnets, and routing. I created internet gateway and attached it to VPC, which I created, and associated those subnets to the routing tables. Then I created IAM role for EC2 instance to access the items which is in S3 bucket. And I was just playing around, like I provided only read-only permission to that EC2 instance. And I created a EC2 instance and tried to launch it, but somehow I couldn't launch it. I am trying to see what the problem is.
So install, launch EC2 instance. If you have any issue, do get in touch with the people in this group who have done already. Okay, that is one point. Second is inside EC2 instance, try to install Java and run a microservice.
Okay.
So I will give you the instructions and guidances which will help you to learn step by step, so that the bigger picture which I showed you, that how you will create the entire infrastructure in DevOps, how you deploy web application and microservices, databases and all. So to achieve that bigger picture, you have to learn how to develop that small parts of that picture. And that's how I'm going to guide you. And as fast you can complete, you will learn more different aspects of this entire learning process.
But when it comes to Jira for creating epic and storage and all, the example what you have given, that invoice summary, I am not understanding what are the stories I need to, how I can do it. I'm not getting it, sir. Just
Use yourself. Right now, whatever you have done and the couple of activities which you have done, I think that is good to start with. Okay? Don't confuse with invoice management system, but very simple language I will tell. Invoice management will have, let's say, two applications. One is a web application in React.js, another is a microservice. So you need to do all DevOps activities to deploy a web application and a microservice. So keep that in mind to your activity. Clear, right?
Because I felt a little bit difficult when I was working with Jira, but when it comes to AWS, then it's quite easy to work on it, sir. Creating all this and creating an EC2 instance. I'm working on it, sir.
Yeah, I mean, it will happen. I mean, that is natural. The things which you never have done, that will take some more time, and you will see it's so complex. But once you learn it, you will think, oh, it is a 1 minute job.
Correct.
That is common. That is why we are here to practice. Learn. Okay.
So,
good.
that's it.
Anything else?
No, sir, that's it.
So did I miss anybody in this group? Or I called out some names you could not speak that time. Do you want to, come now? Okay. If no, then fine. In general, anyone has any other point to bring in? So, if you have understood the trend, how I'm, going to take you through in the next, sessions. So it is like this. We did this. First, I gave you the overview of this internship. What are the different things we do and how we can get benefit out of it. Whether you are eligible of internship or not. So that process we are doing now, right? So people who are proactive, who are already starting to show their effort and interest on this internship process, right? Only those people will be selected. Okay, out of it does not matter, even if you are zero level, but you have really interest to do it, you might be selected as well. Okay, but you have to show your commitment. Okay, that is most important. So those are the things I am going to evaluate. Okay, and these small exercises which I have given you, that is just a, like, हिंदी में बोलते हैं ना, ये तो एक बहाना है. So it is like that. So I have given those activities to check, is your communication good, is your commitment is good, are you punctual, are you interested, are you putting your effort. Okay, so all different angles I am going to look at it. So in next 2 days I will shortlist who all will be eligible for this internship, whom I will teach you, train you, mentor you free of cost for next few months until you get a good job. Any doubt, any question on this?
Uh,
Okay, excellent. So having
hello, sir.
yeah,
Can you hear me?
go ahead.
Can I do my assignment today itself? Like I can take Kubernetes cluster architecture from Google and explain about the architecture. Okay.
No, I didn't get. You want to do that demo today or tomorrow?
Today itself is fine, sir.
No, you prepare it well. Okay, so let's not do in hurry. And also, we are almost 50 minutes over, so we'll not have enough time. So I have to go to other meeting actually next 10 minutes. So you prepare it well, and I will give you a slot. Even do it tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Any other points anybody wants to bring? But I like that proactiveness column. Yeah, that's very nice. Appreciable.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, guys. Then thank you, and see you again. Have a good night. Have a good day to you.
Thank you, sir. See you.
Take care.